Hey there, all you cool, epic, and awesome fans, followers, and listeners. Welcome to episode 94 of the Cool, Epic, Awesome podcast. My name is Matt, and I'll be your co host today.
And I'm the co-host, Joe.
And on episode 94 today, we have three very interesting movies. Two are directly related to each other, which are The Mandalorian and Grogu and Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. So we could kind of see how far we've come, how far we've drifted from
Yeah.
peak. And then also Obsession, which obviously has a lot of people in the film community talking. It's a very, I wouldn't say controversial film, but a lot of people are very
Thought-provoking.
outspoken about this movie. So
Yeah.
it should be fun to talk about. I'm excited for that. And with Obsession, we're also going to break down our top 10 favorite horror movies of the decade. And I'm sure Obsession made your list, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess before we get into it, as you guys can see, we're going to the finals, baby. It's crazy. And I got my Marty Supreme. See that? Marty Supreme Knicks gear. It's funny though, because Joe is a Cavs fan, so.
Yeah, it's actually been a rough week for me sports-wise. Like, they got swept in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm a Cubs fan. They lost 10 in a row. Like, the Giants, is mad turmoil in the locker room now. The Rangers suck. Like, all my teams are... Well, most of them have won championships in my life, so honestly, this is what I get. This is like I'm gonna have like 10 years of suffering now.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had yours. You guys had 2016, You had some great
Yeah.
LeBron teams. I had to live through Langston Galloway and Lou Amundsen years.
Yeah.
So it feels good. It feels good, but it just sucks from your point of view. Like, you can't even say anything. Like, you can't say it's a
No.
close series. Like, Knicks just
Not
put
at all.
belt to ass
And
that
honestly, it's
entire
it's
series.
even worse that like I live in New York. Like if I was like a Cavs fan and they were playing like Boston, it would be so much better if we just
Yeah.
got swept by Boston.
Yeah.
But I like
I
the
mean,
Knicks. Like I have no bad blood with the Knicks. I'd rather them win than like
they're a
okay.
likable team. I feel like if OKC ends up making it, I can't, like, who's gonna root for OKC?
No.
They're kind of, it kind of reminds me of like the that Mavericks team that beat the Heat that year.
Yeah.
Remember, like, it was like the first year of that Miami team
That
where they had
Miami team,
LeBron,
yeah.
Bosh, and Wade, and then Dirk came
It
in
was
and just
Dirk
smoked them.
and who else was on that team? Dirk and
It
who
was
else?
Jason Terry. That was it.
Oh, so wasn't
Like,
Tyson Chandler on the team too?
yeah, Chandler was on the team.
Yeah.
He was solid.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No,
But
this is
anyways,
turning into a sports podcast very quick.
yeah.
Me and Matt are very into sports. If you guys didn't know, outside of we both played
Yeah.
sports in high school. We love sports.
But I'm glad that we kind of shifted our hobby more towards film because it's way less like rageful and anxiety inducing.
Do you know how miserable I would be if I was like a die-hard Cavs fan right now? Like I was like going into the series, I was like, they suck. They're not. Well, you guys have always had our number for some reason, but yeah, back in high school, I used to, not be into the arts. I was just very much like sports, and I would be so tight when the Cavs would lose in the cup. But they were good back then, so I didn't really have much to complain about.
But I remember you would like rage at the games, especially in the finals.
But I remember the 2018 J.R. Smith. Like they blew that. When the Cavs blew that lead to the Knicks, I was very reminiscent of that. Then there's so many, bro. Like I'm trying to think what else with the Cavs about. Like just but I've also watched them a lot when they sucked too.
Yeah,
they had some rough teams back in the day.
Yeah,
Dion Waiters and God knows who else.
The worst draft pick of all time. I don't even Anthony Bennett.
Anthony Bennett. Yeah, I forgot about him. That's crazy. I mean, honestly, that draft kind of sucked, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, thank God. Like, imagine there was actually some really good players in that draft. Like, the best player in that draft was like Victor Oladipo.
I know, but still, that's like a forgot. It's crazy how the Cavs recovered from that.
It's just because they got very lucky. They kept getting high draft picks.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, it's cool because also I live in New York City, so like a lot of just like there's a buzz around the city. Everyone's wearing Knicks gear everywhere, and just exciting times. But all right, so let's get into our actual films. Joe, why don't you read the synopsis for our first movie?
Obsession. So, Obsession. Be careful with who you wish for. After breaking the mysterious One Wish Willow to win his crush's heart, a hopeless romantic finds himself getting exactly what he asked for, but soon discovers that some desires come to a dark, sinister price. So this was directed by Curry Barker, who is a YouTube director who I think his claim to fame was Milk and Cereal, I believe is the title. But this was fantastic, especially for a directorial debut. This works on so many levels as a horror movie and just as a movie in general. It's very thought provoking. The closest thing I could think not in terms of plot, but the way I felt walking out of it was the substance, where I felt there was so much I could talk about with this movie. And I have to give her flowers to, and I'm gonna butcher it, Indy Navarrete, right?
I think just Indy Navarrete, I think.
Navarrete. She's fantastic, and her role as like I don't want to say possess Nikki, but like the wish Nikki was transformative and amazing, and yeah, I really, really like this movie, if you guys couldn't tell. There's not much wrong with it, in my opinion. It works as a horror movie, a thriller, like, everything makes sense, and it also feels the way the kinda wish system works, it's very simple. Like, you don't have to question anything. It's just like, oh, it doesn't make it too complicated. But yeah, I feel like I'm hogging it a little bit. Maybe you could chime in.
You should hog it, but
Yeah,
I loved it as well.
yeah.
I was a really big fan of this. I know we had some hype going into it, but I think what I really love the most about this movie is like the behind the scenes, how it was made. You mentioned Curry Barker, like his roots. I know you mentioned Milk and Cereal, but he also is part of a comedy sketch duo that I saw a lot of their stuff after. It's like genuinely funny. It's high quality content. And a lot
Yeah.
of times you see these comedic rooted people doing well in horror, like Jordan Peele, for example. I know Zach Kreger also used to do like comedy skits,
Oh,
and
really? I didn't know that.
the Philippou brothers as well.
That I knew,
From
yeah.
you know, so and besides that, budget 750K. That is
Yeah.
unreal. The movie looked amazing too.
Yeah, it did look
It's not
great.
like it just looked so good. I don't know what they shot it on, but for 750K, that is like unreal.
Yeah.
And they stretched that budget to its absolute limit.
Yeah, because I feel like there's not there's one big expensive shot that I feel like we all at the end in the car, that was probably the biggest expensive
Yeah,
shot, but other than that, it's very much it's not, like, super gory. When it has to be gory, it is, but a lot of the horrors, it relies on the actors and actress in particular to convey it, and she does a fantastic job.
yeah. It definitely
And
gets a lot of help from the performances
yeah.
in terms of making it scary.
And one thing I thought that was really interesting that I was watching an interview with was that Barker said when he was directing her, he never wanted her to be possessed. It was always, "I want you to be an annoying, whiny girlfriend. Like, I don't want you to act like you're, like, completely taken over and, like, you're like, it's still Nikki, but she's, like, annoying Nikki and whiny Nikki." And I thought that was really interesting because it definitely feels distinct, like, different from Nikki, but it's not completely, like, her whole like, she still goes to work. She still has things outside of the relationship that make her seem normal, where it's not like she's completely possessed in every single aspect of her life. I mean, it gets to that point, but I thought it was interesting that she's still kind of a person in society. Like, she goes to work. Like, outside, it looks kind of weird, but it doesn't look like anything insane.
Yeah, because they could have went really far with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to talk about also Bear, Michael
Yeah.
Johnston. I think he did a great job as well. His performance was very convincing in terms of like a lot of the scenes of him being scared.
Yeah.
That helped a lot. I enjoyed kind of like, or I was scared by the idea of sort of being like trapped in the house with her. That scared me a lot. Like this idea of, okay, you could go to sleep and then all of a sudden you wake up and she's in the corner staring at you.
Yeah.
Like that is horrifying to me. And that
And
scene in particular was very scary.
honestly, and to count, like, I think that is a very scary aspect of the movie, but also what's even scarier to me was Nikki being, like, trapped in her own body and her kind of those scenes of her breaking through were, like, in the bedroom or, I thought those scenes were the scariest of all, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like, it's really early on, but that first scene where they, like, kiss and she screams, like, it's so, like, I don't know, the idea of, like, her trying to break out and then her begging to him, like, "Kill me, please kill me," in her sleep. That was, like, what really, really shook me. That was the scariest part, like, that aspect of the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's definitely horrifying as
Yeah,
well. And it kind of makes sense with like we're going to get into spoilers, but as
yeah,
you sort of go on with her character and her actions where she has that scene where like you mentioned she's like please kill me, please kill me. It makes
yeah,
sense that she randomly sometimes like flips and all of a sudden will start stabbing herself, like self-harm.
yeah,
That to me felt like okay, that's the real Nikki trying to kill herself because she's just trying to put herself out of her misery,
yeah.
of being trapped. I also thought the phone call scene was really well done,
Yeah, yeah, that was
where
great.
it was kind of like comedic. They were going back and forth. The guy sort of sounded almost like a stoner or something
Yeah,
on the
or just
phone. He
someone
was
that doesn't
just
give a fuck. He was like, "Whatever."
yeah, and then out of nowhere he's like, "Oh, do you want to hear her?" Like you're not expecting it as the audience, and then like the screams of I'm assuming that was the real Nikki.
Yeah,
Didn't really go too in depth into what exactly was going on there,
yeah.
but
It just sounds like suffering. I think that's kinda what the vibe I got. But I'm trying to think about other things that are really
well, we could. The elephant in the room is
well,
bear.
there. Yeah, I
Bear.
mean, this
That's
is
what
a
most people are talking about,
yeah,
but
so I feel like it's a litmus test, honestly. I feel like 90% of people I have spoke to are in agreement that Bear is the villain in this movie. There's a
he
small
is.
fraction of yeah, it's not I don't think that's a hot take, like, it's not some groundbreaking thing that, like you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's glaringly obvious in the movie that he's the villain, like, it's not some, like you're supposed to think like, look back and be like, "Hmm, maybe he shouldn't have kept her in her own bo" like, you know what I mean? I feel like there shouldn't be as much discourse around this as there is, but, yeah, so the problem so, obviously, Bear makes this wish with he doesn't think it's gonna happen. It's very ill-intended, like, he doesn't think anything of it. What makes him the villain in this is that he continues to continues the relationship well knowing that something is not right and to the point even where he knows that Nikki's trapped in her own body, and still, rather than ending the relationship, he's looking for ways to fix it. He
Yeah.
continually thinks about himself rather than Nikki, and I feel like the most glaring example of this is that scene when Nikki's asleep and Nikki says, "Please kill me, like, please kill me, I wanna die." And his own in that moment, hearing that, all he can think of that is that, "Oh, is it so bad to me be with me that you wanna kill yourself?" Not thinking like, "Oh, this girl is trapped in her own body and she wants her own freedom." And it's like that kind of selfish mentality is, like, what makes him the villain. Yeah, maybe he's not, like, like, it was never supposed to be like that. He's not, like, a horrible, horrible person, but like, I feel like him controlling this woman this entire time is kinda what
Yeah.
you know,
No, I
I don't wanna
100%
beat the dead
agree.
horse, but,
Yeah. But I do think people have to chill a little bit on this, where it's like, it is a little bit nuanced, at least a little bit. It's not like he is the most pure evil person that I've ever seen. If anyone says like anything good about him, then you're like a sympathizer for a rapist. Like, does he technically R word her? I don't want to get
yeah,
demonetized.
I mean, he definitely does, yeah.
Yes, 100%.
The director
But
revealed in the scene that's the real Nikki.
yeah, but to say that, like, for example, people say, "Oh, he took away her autonomy." He did, but it's not like when he got that one wish Willow, he knew exactly what he didn't know when he snapped it she was going to become a slave to
No,
him. How is he
of
supposed to
cour
know that?
of
It's
course not,
like
but I feel like yeah. Like,
what
I
I
think that's
related it
pretty
to is like
established.
just think about in your real life. You make a wish, you blow out a birthday candle, you blow a dandelion, you throw a coin in a fountain, and you just like make a wish. You don't, would you think it's that insane to be like, oh, I wish this girl that I liked loved me?
No,
That's not
it's
an
not
insane
yeah,
thing to wish for.
that's not what makes him evil, it's what he does his actions after would make him evil.
Yeah, but I think it's normal that people should be able to have these discussions. Like, this is something that should be discussed. It shouldn't be completely immediately shut down and you're called like a horrible person
But
for
I
at
like,
least.
I don't like, most people I feel
Well,
like are
film Twitter is very toxic in that way, where,
yeah,
it's very like super, super either like you think this way or else you're a horrible person.
yeah,
But there is some nuance to it. I think by the end, especially like he 100% solidifies himself as the villain. But let's say in real life, you liked a girl, you were too shy to say anything, which obviously you could rant on
yeah,
that after
everybody
because I know
yeah,
that bothered you. The like how much of a pussy he was. I know
yeah,
you said you
yeah,
didn't like that, but
excuse our yeah, I'll get into that.
let's say you liked a girl and you got like this thing at like a crystal shop that was like, oh, snap this, and this girl will automatically like you. Let's say you just did that in real life. How long do you think it would take until you realized that, like, I'm talking about in reality, like our real world that we exist in? How long would it take before you finally are like, okay, this magical thing that I broke is actually real?
I mean, I feel like it's like the first day or two, like that she just
But
randomly is like, "Yo, like come in my house." Like she starts acting all. I'd be like, "What the
it's
fuck?"
obvious in hindsight. Like, we know what this movie's about. To us, it's obvious, but just, I'm thinking like as a person in reality, like you wouldn't realize that right away. I feel like so he does eventually, and he still continues. But I think up into a certain point, it is possible that he's like pushing this thought of this magical thing working out of his head. You know, I don't know, and I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to be like, oh, Bear's right and all women are evil, but I'm not. I don't want to just sit here and go back and forth and be like, yeah, Bear sucks. Bear's a bad guy.
Yeah,
Like you said, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out.
yeah,
I want to at least like get into these conversations a little bit, but whatever. You could talk about how much of a
yeah.
pussy he
So
is.
I
I know
this is kind of
you
my
hated that.
my. This is why when we get into ratings, this isn't a 5 star. Like Bear is like I get it because I feel like that's pretty relatable. Is everybody being shy and like not wanting to ask out a girl? But one, we're not. This is these people aren't in high school. They're adults and they all have a jobs and live on their own. So they're at least in their mid-20s. Okay, so like that's like if they were in high school, it'd be a little more. I'd be like, okay, whatever. There's a point in the movie where Nikki asks him point blank, like, "Do you like me?" And he still says no. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You just like had a mock like opening up feelings to this girl like 30 seconds ago in the diner. I just don't understand the thinking behind that. Like, I think it should have, in my opinion, obviously, I love them. This is like my only really issue with the movie that he's too much of like like too much of a he's a coward. I don't want to say
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
coward. He's more than a coward than anything else in this movie. Like he's too scared to pick a side or take action with anything in this. He can't control what happens with Nikki, and he lets it spiral out of control. He can't control his own feelings and like talking to Nikki about it, and that's what puts him in this predicament in the first place. You know?
yeah. And honestly, that's you see that through his character from start to finish. Like his cowardice. That is what this movie really is about. Is him continuously being a coward and how it just fucks up everything in his
Even
life.
even
From
at
the
the end.
that's
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
that's what I
sorry.
was gonna say. Is like from the initial action that sets off the movie, snapping the one wish willow, making that wish, it's because he's a coward. He's too scared. He's too scared to tell her how he feels. He's too scared to ask her out. He's too much of a coward. Up until the very last scene, not only is he too scared to kill her, which she asks for, he's too much of a coward to kill her. He wants to kill himself, but he can't even kill himself either because he's too scared to do that.
Yeah.
He's just a complete coward. Even up until that last moment when he takes the pills. A second later, he starts trying to gag himself
But
to
not
to
even that,
vomit.
like, like, the gun, he's too much of a coward to shoot himself. That's why he
Yeah,
doesn't do it, and he goes but yeah, I honestly
but
thought he should he got the easy way out at the end,
he did.
honestly.
He did.
He deserved much worse.
And she's left to pick up all the pieces of what happened.
Yeah. But yeah, this was I mean, do you wanna talk about favorite scenes? Was you
Yeah, we could talk about favorite scenes. I think I mentioned this before. I think my favorite scene, or the one that definitely had me the most scared, was the scene in the bedroom. And I thought also it was very cool well, there's a lot of scenes in the bedroom, but the
Yeah.
one where he wakes up in the middle of the night and she's in the corner
Yeah.
and she's like, at first, like,
Just like, "Go to bed." Like, does she, like, whisper
yeah,
something or,
he
like
he wakes up and then she's not in bed, and it just shows a shot of like the room.
Did you
And
see her over there or
I
no?
did, I
I
actually
did
did,
too, yeah, I did too.
because I said I just couldn't help myself. I like leaned over to my girlfriend and was like, she's in the corner, and she was like,
Yeah.
huh. But anyways, yeah. So she's in the corner, so it shows that shot, and you can't really see her. But then all of a sudden, she speaks and like steps forward a little, so it's like that reveal of her coming out. And also, like, I couldn't tell at the time, but there was something off about her face. It looked so creepy, and then I saw it was that makeup
Yeah.
that they put on her face that just it looked really
It
creepy.
makes
And I
her
think
eyes look bigger.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was almost like a bug eye effect, honestly. It was really good use of practical effects, honestly.
yeah. Because again, stretching the budget to its
Yeah,
absolute limit.
and the lighting
But
as well, because it's a
yeah,
use to the lighting too.
yep. And yeah, so that scene was horrifying. Her like starting to scream, and then it's not like a backwards walk, but she does like a weird walk in that scene, and it
That
ends with her with the flowers, holding the flowers. There's like that
so
tension.
yeah,
Just a great scene, very well done.
her body movement in this movie is, like, genuinely terrifying. So, and Matt, you could attest to this. Like, I'm not with horror. Like, I'm pretty good. There's not like a lot of stuff that scares me. There's a scene in this movie where she gets up and walks backwards. That like I don't know why it sent like such a chill down my spine. I think just because the way the music and like I just did not expect it. Like it's not scary, but there's such like an uncanny valley effect with it. It truly made me uncomfortable. Like, that's the best word I could use, I guess, to describe it. Because it wasn't necessarily scary, but her movement is just, like, uncanny, and it really bothered me. Not in, like,
Yeah, no, and that it goes back to the performance by the
Yeah,
actress Indy Navarrete. She was just fantastic, and not only is it a great emotional performance where she has to pull a lot out of her to have this very big sort of emotional performance, but it's also like you mentioned, it's very physical as well.
yeah,
Her movements from like her slight little, you know, like her gestures all the way to something as extreme as like the backwards walking and things like that. Obviously
yeah,
that was done with like she wasn't actually doing that. That was done with camera tricks or whatever. They put the tape backwards. But still just a very also physical performance which brought a lot into that horror
yeah.
element.
Even
So,
before he makes the last wish, I don't know if you noticed, she's, like, hiding in the corner. And, like, when, like, you hear the music, she kinda walks out, but, like, she, like, I don't know how to, like I wish that it's not on digital yet, but I'll show you the scene when it comes out on digital. Like, she's standing in the corner, and then the music plays, and you see her move because like, the light from outside, but, like, it's kinda like a glitchy walk, and it just looks so weird.
yeah.
He hasn't said anything about the reason why she does that. People have speculated, like, it's her body, like, glitching out because of all the stuff going on. I don't know, but
Could be.
yeah.
But I do want to let's talk about some negatives. I don't know if you had any, but
Well, yeah, I just talked about it before.
well, yeah, I mean, what, the him being a pussy?
Yeah, that was my problem
Well,
with his character.
yeah, I guess I'll talk about my negatives. I don't
Yeah.
again, great film, near perfect horror,
Yeah.
but there's still some things I didn't like about it, which is the main thing is that I think that they didn't do that great of a job of balancing the horror and the comedy. I think there were a couple moments where it was obvious that it was supposed to be being played for horror, and people in my audience were like cracking up laughing, which took me out of it a little bit. Again, it could be the audience misreading it and people being stupid, but
What
there
I'm
were
curious, what scene?
a lot of just her being like a crazy girlfriend kind of things.
Okay.
Like for example, the frowny face scene, hysterical laughter out of my crowd, which like it is funny,
I
you
feel
know?
like yeah, I like it. I feel like because I agree with you. There's scenes where like you don't know if you're supposed to laugh or you're supposed to be scared.
Yeah.
It's like a very thin line. Like that scene, I laughed, and then as it lingered on, I kind of was like, okay, this is a little. Am I supposed to be scared now? Because doesn't his pant? It's like stays on her for like 10, 15 seconds making that face,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
So I agree with that. That's fair.
Yeah, I just think that and it's not something easy to do, but I think it might have went a little bit too much into the comedy. Like another thing, I hated that wish for $1 billion scene. That was so stupid.
It's stupid. Yeah. It was funny though. I laughed though. I can't
It
lie.
was funny, but I don't know, it just like completely took me out of it. I thought it would have been better if he made it was like, "Oh, I wish my head exploded." And then like his head just exploded or something. Like that would have at least played into the
Yeah.
horror. You had an excuse to do like a practical cool effect.
Yeah.
Then he's like, "Oh, I wish for $1 billion." And then it kind of makes like the whole idea of the wish thing kind of silly. You're like, "Oh, there's just these wish willows that could just give you $1 billion." I don't know, whatever. It's a nitpick again, but I think it's normal. I think it's
Yeah.
good to bring up some negatives. It's not a
Yeah.
perfect
Fair.
movie. So,
Great. Yeah. Anything else? I was
did you mention your favorite scene or no?
the scene when she walks backwards in that room,
Oh, okay, okay, yeah,
and he's like, "You're scaring me,
yeah. And I think yeah, for favorite characters, Nikki.
Nikki."
I
Yeah.
I think yeah,
Bear is
I do
cool.
like
Also, the girl. Sarah, I think her name is.
Mhm.
That other girl, she was great too. I liked her.
She was good. Yeah, she was good. I feel like there's
But
more. I feel like there's more to dig into here. Oh yeah,
music
one
was
thing that
good.
I saw a lot of people discussing was, do you think there's a chance that Nikki might have actually liked him or no?
Yeah, I do that. I do. I think that's the whole point is that, like, he's too much of a coward and he'll never know, but there's a chance that she could have liked him if he just asked her out.
I agree. I think that she actually would have liked him, honestly, because
Or at least
I
given him
know,
a chance.
yeah, and I know people are like, oh no, she's told Sarah that he's like a brother to her. But you also got to remember, Sarah liked
Liked
him.
him.
So she
Yeah.
could have just been saying that to not
To
make
just get
Sarah
yeah.
feel like she was worried or anything. And I think especially that scene where she sort of like lingers in the car window and is like, if you like me, just tell me right now.
I
I
think
feel like
I
she
think
would have said,
that had more to do with the fact that she was sleeping with his friend.
you think
'Cause
what?
she's
She was
like
saying
it's
that
like
because,
she's like, yeah, because remember, she's like, "Do you like me? You need to tell me right now." 'Cause, like, she called remember he calls her Freaky Nikki?
yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
like so th I f I'm ass that was, like, something that the guy his friend called her. So the only reason he would know that was if he told him. So that's why she's like, "Do you like me? Yes or no?" Because she wants to tell him either, I guess, like, "I'm sleeping with your friend," you
Yeah,
know?
that's true. That's a way you could look at that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like she would
No,
have
I
said
agree, though.
yes.
I agree that, like, she probably did like him a little bit, but he's a coward, and now that's what he gets.
Yeah. One scene also that I really like that is kind of glossed over a little bit is the scene where she gives money to the homeless guy at the beginning.
Yeah, it
Not
was
only is
cute.
it just a very well done scene because it sort of shows Bear's infatuation with her when he's watching her go do that nice thing, and it's like the camera goes to him and it's playing that song, and you see like how in love he is with her, but also shows how genuinely good of a person she is.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then it just makes it even worse, her fate.
Yeah, because yeah.
So
Also, very, very not a cat-friendly movie at all.
yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, I was very yeah, Nami just perked up when I said cat, actually.
Nami's next.
Yeah, and that'd be if my girlfriend did anything to Nami, she'd be toast. But,
She made you a Nami sandwich.
jail.
Yeah,
Straight to
honestly,
jail.
after the cat sandwich thing, bro, how do you not wrap it up
Yeah, that's what I'm
after that?
saying,
You
like,
know?
he's a coward, he was scared to end the relationship,
Yeah,
you know?
but like a
So,
cat sandwich. That is.
insane, yeah. Absolutely insane.
Yeah. We could talk about a little bit of the box office.
Yeah, it's actually doing incredible. I don't know why it's releasing on digital this week,
It's
even
probably
though
gonna get pushed.
I hope so. But it's made, I wanna say, at least 100 times the budget, right? It's already made 75 mil?
Yeah, it's. I think it's just about 80 worldwide
Yeah.
right now.
So, um, I
But
would sup
domestic. Sorry to cut you off, but
no,
it
continue.
made 21 million opening weekend domestically, and this past weekend it made 39 million over the holiday
Negative
domestically,
split. Yeah.
which is like crazy. Like what it's so rare to see, like not only not a drop, but an increase
Increase,
in
yeah.
the
I don't
second
think we've
weekend.
ever have we ever seen that in the history? So have we ever seen a movie that we talked about increase in the second weekend? I feel
I
like
don't
that's
think
so
so.
rare.
I
Yeah,
don't think so. I saw a list of a couple movies that have done it. I don't remember. I think I want to say Titanic maybe was one of them.
maybe.
There's a couple, but
Endgame maybe or no?
no, no, not
No.
Endgame made 1 billion in opening weekend. There's no way it could have increased.
That's
But
crazy, but,
yeah. And then
um
yeah, we talked about this before, but like Curry Barker, his next things that he's gonna be working on. We talked about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and he has another movie I think you were talking about, Joe.
Yeah, we'll get into it in the movie news, but honestly, I'm very excited for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I have a little prediction right now because he did
Okay.
mention that the family is going to be a big part of the movie. There's going to be some type of like manipulation aspect of like the family taking advantage of Leatherface, like kind of just I don't know, like there's going to be some way where like he ends up killing people because they're cannibals in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like they kind of utilize Leatherface as like or like take advantage of him. I think it's gonna be something to do with that. Like he's not gonna be inherently like evil. He's just more of like a device that the family uses to like get what they want essentially.
Yeah. And that is always kind of hinted at
Yeah.
in the original, so maybe they'll like go a little bit more in depth into that.
Yeah,
So,
but yeah, if you want to get to ratings now,
sure, you go first.
so I gave Obsession a 4.5. So 9 out of 10. I was completely blown away by this. Every single trailer before, I was like, "This is kind of stupid. This is like a Blumhouse." I'm not even kidding. I thought it was literally like a Night Swim, like one of those movies that they just kind of threw. But boy, was I blown away. I should have known when Focus Feature was the one that released it that it was going to be good. But absolutely fantastic movie. Everyone should go see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved Obsession as well. I also gave it a 4.5 stars, 9 out of 10. I think that it's horrifying. It's genuinely scary, and the plot is just very good. It's very well written. It makes you think. It led to a ton of discourse online, which I
Hmm.
think is always great for
Yeah.
any movie, but particular for horror. And yeah, it's just filled with talent all the way around, from the performances to the direction to the editing, the music, everything was just fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see what Curry Barker's got up next.
Yeah. Me too.
So all right, we can move on though. We're gonna start getting into some real slop.
Yeah, The Mandalorian versus Groglet.
All right,
Credit, Mister. I can't take credit for that. Mister Sunday's movies uses the term Groglet a lot, and I
they're
like
such
using it now.
beasts.
Yeah,
All right, I'll read the synopsis because you just did Obsession. Okay, so this is directed by Jon Favreau, very famous for his work in the film Chef, among other things.
and Swingers.
Yeah. Oh, how far he's come.
Yeah, boy. Oh my God. Okay, continue.
If you're searching for new adventure, this is the way. That's their tagline. The evil
This.
empire has fallen, and imperial warlords remain scattered throughout the galaxy. As the fledgling New Republic works to protect everything the rebellion fought for, they have enlisted the help of legendary Mandalorian bounty hunter Din Djarin and his young apprentice Grogu. So
I,
initial thoughts. Again, this is a pretty well established sentiment at this point. This is just 3 episodes of The Mandalorian
it.
pushed
It's the
together
Moana
into a
2 with
movie.
Star Wars. That's essentially what it is.
Yeah, there's nothing about this that, and Joe and I saw it in IMAX on the biggest IMAX screen in the US. So if there's going to be something epic and cinematic, we would have gotten a good sense of that, and there was nothing.
No.
There was nothing in the movie that made me think, okay, I want to be watching this on the big screen. I want to be watching this in IMAX. I would have got the same feeling watching this on Netflix on my couch or Disney
Yeah,
Plus.
it felt like a filler episode of The Mandalorian, like a filler arc. There's no character development. Nothing really changes from the beginning to the end. The dialogue is horrible. It's so poorly written, dude. I don't expect, Citizen Kane with these movies, but Jesus Christ, man. Also, I hated that Rada the Hutt speaks English. I don't shouldn't the Jawas just speak whatever language they speak? That threw me off so much, dude. Especially watching
Huttese.
what?
It's called Huttese.
Huttese? Are you serious? Is that the actual?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't waste of a voice of Jeremy Allen White, and it doesn't even sound like him. He sounds stupid. And they don't even speak the Hut language. So I'm like, what the fuck is the point of him even? I don't know.
I hated Rada. I actually
I didn't
hated
even
Rada.
mind him. Like, I apparently Dave Filoni has like a big thing for Rada the Hut, apparently. That's like a
That's
character
such
that
a
he likes
weird
to use.
thing. Like, how
Yeah,
do you
I
have a
don't
big thing for Rada the Hutt? That's like
I
so
don't know.
random.
It's so fucking stupid. And it's
But
like,
Rada just demonstrates the worst of this franchise. Is like, okay, the beginning of the movie is pretty good. That's like season 1 Mando. He comes
yeah,
in, he shoots fire, he fucks up a bunch of guys. There's like those little comedic beats where he walks in the room and they don't say a word. They just point to the elevator where the leader
the guy,
was.
yeah.
That was great. Then all of a sudden you have this giant CGI abomination slug that pulls up on the screen, rolling around, like punching people. What the fuck is this? That's like season 3 Mando stuff
Yeah.
right there. That's why this has like a little bit of good stuff in it, but then it just goes back to that horrible shit that they did in season 3.
Yeah.
There was no reason they could have done the story without that giant CGI Jeremy Allen White, Rod of the Hutt from Chicago. Like, it, it's it's
I
horrible.
just, yeah, I don't understand. And honestly, everything I read about Jeremy Allen White with this role, it seems like, you know how he got this? So
I don't know how.
he met Favreau at a party, and he asked him about swingers because a ball knower like Jeremy Allen White, and then he was like, "Oh, you should come do the Star Wars movie for me." but he didn't know anything about the movie. He just got the script and kinda he said he didn't have to go to set. He just, you know, I guess recorded on his phone or something. And yeah, but so
Well,
also Time Out. I have to address this. Jon Favreau, my god, man, what the fuck happened? Look at his filmography. Like, Made, fantastic. Chef is fantastic. He wrote Swingers. I know he didn't direct. Even fucking Iron Man, Elf. And now we have this in the fucking live action Lion King. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like the Schlop Factory now. He's doing that Oswald, the whatever, TV show for Disney Plus. Like, remember he used to make actual movies?
yep, I
It's such a
remember.
shame, man. He's so like, and I really do like him as a director. And it's him and Aronofsky have been so disappointing the last year, man.
I don't know if I'd compare Aronofsky to him.
Well, no, Aronofsky's obviously much more talented, but like in terms of like disappointing me this year,
Why, with the AI shit with
just
Aronofsky?
that looks like shit, bro. You saw that like AI revolutionary TV show that he's doing?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
like yeah. But anyway, I digress. But there's a and I feel like the best way to describe this movie is that everything behind the scenes is great. Like the people, like Jon Favreau's a great director. The music is great. Visuals are pretty good. Like I love the fact that they do the stop motion stuff in the movie. There's like real care about the Star Wars brand, but like the problem is I just don't think the people involved know how to make a good movie.
yeah.
Like
It's
Dave
that's
Filoni
fair.
knows
Yeah,
all this stuff about the lore and like everything, all this random knowledge about stuff about Star Wars, but like if you can't make a good movie, then it doesn't matter.
I
That's
know.
why Andor. I haven't watched Andor, but everything I hear about it is that it's the most amazing Star Wars thing ever seen. They gave that was Tony Gilroy is the guy who did it, right?
Yep.
They gave him just complete creative control. He didn't have to worry about any kind of lore or things like that, and it was amazing. I don't know. I don't know what that. I mean, that's not like a direct link between the two. I'm just saying like
Yeah.
how.
No, it's fair.
Yeah,
It comes down a lot to the Huts for me, bro. I don't know. They pissed me off the more I thought about it. Like, why not just have the story where it's like, cut out all the Rada shit. We don't need Rada. Get Rada out, bro. I cannot with Rada.
they
But
should have made him just go after
anyways,
like
mate,
a Sith. Like there's like a Sith that's been killing a lot of or trying a build. I don't know. Like make him go after. Also, time out because I have not caught up on. I didn't even watch season 3. Doesn't last time I saw him, didn't he have the dark saber? What
he
happened to
gave it
that?
up to Bo Katan for some reason.
Why?
I forget why. There's like a story purpose. Like they beef. They have like a little bit of tension, I think, because she's the leader of Mandalore. So she gets the dark saber, something to like that effect or whatever.
You should have gave him the dark saber in this
Yeah.
too.
Also, the villain was sick. I really like that villain. I forgot his name, but he's like the guy with
Yeah,
that
he's so
hat.
sick. You forgot his name.
But
No,
bro, he
I
had
know
like
what you
that.
mean.
He had that
I know
sick
you're
hat.
talking about. But like, is he? I don't know. He didn't say a word. He just aura farmed the entire movie.
Exactly. He had aura. Why couldn't you cut out Rada, have these huts? They hire this guy to go get Baby Yoda, and Mando has to defend him, and we get more backstory on this guy, more like cool moments with that villain instead of CGI slug
Or
rolling around punching people.
or the Radas. Someone hires the Radas to hire, or like whatever. Like they want to kidnap Grogu because there's a Sith that wants to train him and turn him evil or something like that. That's a way more interesting movie than whatever the fuck
Yeah,
we got.
that sounds
I
kind of
even
cool.
and even I saw Jon Favreau was like, oh, we considered like doing flash forward to Grogu in the future, and like I was like, that sounds way better than this. Well, like I would love to see Grogu like 1,000 years in the future, and like he's like a
Honestly, I
Yoda.
totally agree. I love Baby Yoda. I love the cuteness. It worked
Yeah,
a lot in this movie, but at the same time, it's so clear that they're like hanging on to this just to sell toys. Like they're keeping him as a baby just
yeah.
to like. It would be way more interesting to progress his character and progress his story. Make him a teenager. Make him be a little bit more nimble, like able to fight at
Make him a
least,
little
hold a
bigger so he
weapon.
can, yeah.
Like, do something. I'm
Yeah.
tired of. He didn't do anything in this movie. He did not do anything.
Yeah.
Like Mandalorian's going. He's going
I
in.
mean, he's a
He's fighting
baby,
people.
dude. What the fuck? I mean, what did you think he was gonna do? He lifted the rod out of the pit.
Yeah, but at least like in Mando, he trains with Luke Skywalker. You know, he's
I forgot
jumping
about that,
around on
actually.
rocks and shit.
Yeah.
Like, make him do something.
They should have. Yeah, I don't. I don't know, man. Like,
Like, I don't
there's
know if
so
you
many, like,
did.
looking back, like, I feel like season 3 is, like, where this, like, Mando as a character kinda decline. Because like, season 1, bro, they had Greg Fraser doing cinematography for the show. I watched, like, clips of the first episode. That's, like, a completely different show.
Yeah.
It
And then
looks so much.
season three has an episode with Jack Black and Lizzo playing like a royal couple.
Yeah, it's just
It's like,
I
what the
don't
fuck?
yeah, I don't know, but I don't know what lessons Disney's going to learn from this. It's doing okay at the box office right now. It's not like it'll probably make a profit, but not as much as they wanted to, I'd assume.
Definitely not. It's
Yeah,
doing like similar numbers to Solo, which Solo made them fucking like reset
yeah.
Star Wars after that.
But to be fair, this is the cheapest Star Wars movie ever made, so it will make its money back.
Yeah, it will.
Me and Matthew actually got to see it a week early, which was nice.
Yeah,
We
I
got a
forgot to
little
mention that.
groglet ears and ticket. Yeah, also, I love Pedro, but he phoned this one in. He didn't give a fuck. He did not, like, bro,
Dude,
he
no
had
one gave a
z
fuck. Sigourney
yeah,
Weaver didn't give a fuck. I love
yeah, that's
her.
true. Everyone was just, like, phoning this in. Also, they're
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, to pay you back, we're gonna take your Mandalorian helmet," and then immediately throw it back to him. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, at least if they took it, it's like, "Oh, okay." Like, so going in the future, they're gonna use his face more, so, like, because obviously, like, for Pedro, that's, like, a better, you know so I was like, "Okay, that makes sense," and then he immediately gets the helmet back, and I'm like, "Okay."
yeah, yeah. But back to what you were saying about like Grogu, I feel like something very interesting about his character is like how he's going to develop. We've never seen a Yoda this young. Like, how is he going to get better at being a Jedi and eventually become one of the most powerful Jedi? Apparently, he should if he gets to Yoda's level. There is no progression to him at all in this movie. What has he learned? What abilities
Nothing.
does he does one force lift, which he does at every single Mandalorian season. It's the same shit.
It's
He doesn't
filler.
learn anything. He doesn't gain anything. Even Mando, what does he learn or gain? What journey does he go through?
Nothing. Nothing like, nothing, there's no character development whatsoever in this movie.
It's like it's honestly not even a movie. Like
It's
it's
not.
not.
It's just like someone said it's the most email-y movie ever. Like, it feels like this movie's an email.
Yeah. But it's like, what about this story made it so that they had to take it off Disney Plus and put it into the theaters? What
They prob
makes what happens in this any different from any 3 episode arc in the Mandalorian
Because
show?
they wanna make money, dude. This is gonna make a lot more money than if it sits on Disney Plus.
Yeah. I mean, I'm asking these questions. I know the answer. It's about
Yeah,
money, but it's just like, it's a shame. It's a
it is a
shame.
shame. You're 100% right. But, did you have a favorite scene?
I enjoyed the intro
Yeah, me
where
too.
Mando first shows up and he kind of just kicks everyone's asses in the beginning, and Grogu has his little moment where he uses the Force on that mouse droid, and
Yeah.
just it was a good like introduction to the movie, a good setup. We haven't seen the Mandalorian in a while. It's been a little bit, and I think you know that like hallway fight, that type of stuff is just
It's
what.
cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like what made the first season very good.
Yeah.
It's like basic, not basic, but like simple.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree. The opening sequence is great and very well shot, and it feels very, you're right, like season 1, season 2 Mando, but then it just goes completely downhill from there. Trying to think of anything else with this movie. This is like honestly really disappointing for me. I love Mando, first 2 seasons,
Yeah, I
and I
do.
was
I
quietly
what
pretty excited for this, but it was just such a like, it's such a letdown to me because like, it's not even like the worst movie in the world. Like, it's just like so mid, but that pisses me off even more than if it was bad.
Yeah, I agree. It's not horrible. I understand why. Like, I could see someone walking out of it and being like, "Okay, I kind of like that." Like,
Like
it's just we
like an
expect
MP.
more. Yeah, we expect more. You know.
Yeah, like if you compare this to the sequel trilogy in terms of plot, come on, dude, it's not even close.
I know. And another thing I was thinking of, someone said this is there's a Star Wars movie in theaters right now. There's a Star Wars like last week. There was a Star Wars movie that was going to release that weekend in theaters. No one gives a fuck. No one
Yeah,
cares. Like that sentence used to actually mean something, even for the sequel trilogy. We were like, what's gonna happen in the story? Like, oh, who is
I'm
this new character? Who's this new girl? Like when it came back, Rey. You know, Who is this girl? Like, what's the story? Is Luke gonna appear? Like, all this stuff. People were excited for those movies, even up until The Rise of Skywalker. I was excited for it.
Yeah.
People went. It was an event. This just like what happened? No one gives a fuck.
And I am honestly very concerned for Starfighter.
Starfighter, I have more hope, but I
I
understand
don't.
the concern.
I do not. I do not like what is it, Doug Lumen doing? No, it's not Doug Lumen.
Sean
It's
Levy.
Sean Levy. He's another Schlop Factory guy, so I'm not. And the writer is I've never heard of. It's the guy who did the Atom Project, which is whatever. But I don't know. I mean, this has a better cast. The cast is actually stacked. It's Gosling, Mia Goth, Amy Adams, Matt Smith, Aaron Pierre.
It's all right. Don't worry. The Taika Waititi Star Wars movie is coming to save you. You
Is
got
that
nothing to
actually
worry
coming
about.
out?
Who knows? Probably. The Kevin Feige produced Star Wars movie is coming out too. Don't forget about that.
I'll think of that.
The Rian Johnson trilogy is coming out as well.
That at least, you know what? I'd actually be interested in that as opposed to fucking. Why doesn't he do just like Knives Out in the Star Wars world? Like a murder mystery with Star Wars. Like, why would that not work?
It
Like
would
somebody
work.
killed a fucking high general or something. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's talented. Star Wars can work in any way you want it to work. Like, just make it fit that director.
Taika Waititi is gonna fit him, all right.
I mean, okay, maybe not. You know, maybe there's certain directors that are off limits, but
All right, you want to
you
rate
want to
it?
get to you want to get to ratings or favorite character actually.
I kind of like that guy that Grogu steals the fish from. That guy who like just sits on the lake.
The dude on the fucking chair.
Yeah, he
This
might be
movie
my favorite
kind
character.
of like barely. Honestly, this movie doesn't even have characters. To be honest, it's just like this movie feels like when you're playing a video game and you have like forced character interactions, and you're just like spamming X to like get the dialogue to go fast. That's like what this movie feels like.
Oh wait, but we forgot about that random guy from like Star Wars Rebels that's just hanging out with
Oh,
Mandalorian the whole
the
time.
Zeb.
Yeah, Zeb. How can
Yeah, he's in
I
it.
remember when we were watching the movie, I like laughed out loud because they did kind of like a Zeb reveal where it was supposed to be like a crowd cheering moment, and it just like this random glupshido alien just pops up.
It was a lot of
And like
club shit in this movie.
yeah, we were in like an early screening packed with Star Wars fans. And, like, I don't think anyone gave a fuck, honestly.
No.
Some people like let out
No,
a little
and these
clap,
people were
maybe.
like, these people were dorks, dude. Like when Mando came on screen, they were like hooting and hollering, man.
Yeah.
Like no disrespect, like whatever makes you happy, but I don't know. I'm gonna
So
do
yeah,
that.
they're dorks, says
Yeah.
the two movie podcast kids.
No, but you know what I mean. Like there's people.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not
not
like
one of
them. We're
we're not.
different. We're different.
Yeah, we are different actually. You want to get to rating? Oh, actually, I don't. Sorry, I don't even favorite character. Like, I don't even know, man. Because nothing
Grotto?
even had like. There's no characters. Like it's just like NPCs. The whole movie feels like NPCs.
You don't like Rada?
I guess Rada. I'm gonna just go with Rada. I guess like
Yeah, it was funny.
default.
Rada was funny too because he's just like, yeah, I'm Jabba the Hutt's son.
I'm
I'll
my
never
own
live up to
man.
my father. Yeah, like
Like, all
I'm
right,
my
bro,
own
we get
man.
it. He said it like 3 times, like that he wants
Yeah.
to. I belong in the pits. Like we understand.
And it's just a
Fucking
giant
Christ.
CGI slug on my
Yeah.
screen. Like he's like, I'm never gonna be like my father. Like, bro,
My
shut the
father
fuck
was
up.
cruel. He's like in the pits. They cheer for me because I win. Like I just, dude. Like, all right, man. Sure. Ratings.
You go first. I'm more curious about your rating.
I gave it a 2.5. So, like, there's things about the way the movie was made that I like. I feel like I like more about how the movie was made than the actual movie because it's a doozy. Acting's bad, scenes bad, script is atrocious. Script scene like this feels like they're catering to like Coco Melon audiences in my opinion, or like the TikTok like I don't know.
Yeah.
I was for a 2.5. I know it sounds like a big hater. It's just this is more the fact of like what this means for the future of Star Wars. I'm very concerned for like in terms of movies at least. Actually, just
Yeah.
in general.
Knowing that behind the scenes they're willing to put out a product like this is very concerning.
Yeah.
But anyways, I initially gave it a 2.5, but since this conversation, I'm lowering my rating to a 2 stars, 4 out of 10. There's just nothing here. There's nothing here. There's no reason this has to be a movie at all.
Yeah.
This should have just stayed on streaming. And it's really disappointing because I loved The Mandalorian. He
Yeah.
was just so cool, such a badass. And even Grogu, I loved Grogu too in his own ways, but
Yeah.
this has just veered so far off from that original vision that it's unrecognizable. And the
Yeah.
fact that they took 3 episodes of a streaming show, mashed them together, and threw it in the theaters, like, it's like they're insulting our intelligence. Like, do you
Yeah.
think we don't give a fuck what you put out?
That's, like, kinda the biggest thing I feel like I take away from this is, like, how stupid do they think this and honestly, there's gonna be you're gonna like, no shade to our people out there, but, like, there's gonna be a decent amount of people that were like, "I like the Mandalorian movie, it was a lot of fun." Which, good for you, man, but, like, I want more from Star Wars than
We deserve
just
better.
we
Yeah.
deserve yeah, 100%. Like, and I don't know, I don't like, I'm not like the sequel trilogy had its problems, but, like, at least it was a fucking actual movie, and it wasn't just episodes slammed together. Even Andor is like my not Andor, I'm sorry. Rogue One. Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie ever, and, like, that's like, to how well, that I think that was what, the second to last or third to last movie that Disney released since this? Like, so it
Mm.
wasn't that long ago that that came
I
out.
mean, what came out after that?
No, it was the last jet the last the episode 9, and then that was nothing for 7 years, then this.
Wow. Wow. Triumphant return. So,
Didn't Cassie have this in All League too?
yeah. Yep.
Ah, that
Well,
sucks,
it'll
dude.
it'll do it made, like, 25 points opening weekend-ish.
It'll probably what is it rated? Like 50 in the 50s, right on Rotten Tomatoes, or
Yeah, it's like a no, it's like a 62, I think, actually. It's not too bad, but yeah,
yeah,
it's a shame.
mm,
Well, at least we'll get to talk about some actual good Star Wars after this.
yes, yes, very good
But
Star Wars. But yeah, you wanna get to movie news?
yep, there hasn't been too much, but I'm gonna pull up, Joe. You sent me some stuff on Twitter to talk about.
Yeah.
I know you want to talk about Cannes a little bit, the film
Yeah,
festival.
there's a couple things. That movie Hope, I think, is really, really interesting. I keep hearing all these wild things about it, and the fact that Fassbender and I forgot her name, the girl from Bones and All, is it like Taylor Grace or something like that?
Taylor Russell.
Taylor Russell. There's no shots of them in any of the trailers. It's like it's so pretty much confirms they're playing aliens. But I'm just interested to see like how this is gonna work. The action scenes look insane. Like they look so cool. The CGI looks pretty bad though, but I don't know. It's just like such a wild movie to premiere at Cannes. Or Cannes, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Um,
it is.
then that movie, The Black Ball, I forgot what it is in Spanish, that apparently is getting rave reviews. It won a bidding war with Netflix won the bidding war for like 5 million. Apparently that's phenomenal. And then your girl, what's her name?
Renata.
Renata.
Well,
Is it
Fjord.
three? Fjord,
Her
yeah.
movie Fjord with
Fjord with
Sebastian Stan
did
won
you
the
that
Palme
movie looks
d'Or.
really good. Did you read the
It
plot of it or
does.
no?
I don't really know. It's something to do with like a family somewhere, like
Yeah,
Norwegian or
they
something. I don't
come
know.
from
I don't know what it is.
Romania, and they're, like,
Romania.
super, like, conservative, religious, and they come to where is it they go? Somewhere, like, in the Nordic countries where they're, like, very, very liberal, and it's, like, them I think they go there and something happens and, like, people report them for, like, parental abuse. It's
Interesting.
about
Yeah,
that, yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And usually like the Palme d'Or winner, I don't know if it's ever also won Best Picture. I don't think. I mean, I'm sure it has, but
It's
not
probably, you know,
anything
yeah.
recent. Did The Substance win it or no?
I think it won the Venice Lion. Let me see.
Like I'm trying to think what won last year because Titane won it, but that didn't get any Oscar nominations.
Let me see. Well, this year was Fjord.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was last year was just an accident.
Okay.
I don't know
Sure,
why
that
that
was last year.
it has it
That
2
didn't.
years in a row. It has it 2015 and 2014, so that's an error. 2013 was Anatomy of a Fall.
You mean 2023?
2023, yeah. The 2 was okay, no, this is why I hate AI. It was just an accident like 3 times.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
going
It was Fjord. It was just an accident. Honora, Anatomy of a Fall, Triangle of Sadness, Titane, Parasite. Then past that is like not shit that I'm really too familiar with. Parasite,
but
I guess, is one that won both.
all that jazz one,
So, but all right,
I watched that
let's go to the
after yeah,
next
no.
thing now.
Sorry, I'm like going with deep dive. But yeah, looks actually randomly our uncle went for some reason.
Yeah,
He
and he
casually
took a picture with
dropped
Guy
that.
Fieri there.
He casually wait, did he really?
Yeah,
I don't why the fuck was Guy Fieri there?
I don't know. I
Who
have no
knows?
idea.
At least, I mean, I'm happy that he's rich and spending his money on that than all this shit. So,
Yeah,
um,
definitely.
but yeah,
Joe, for
pretty
some
cool.
reason, am I like delayed for you at all or no?
No,
Okay, yeah, because your
no,
camera, you were like speaking and your mouth wasn't moving at the same time,
no.
but it might have just been on my end.
Well,
Yeah, so something else we got to mention. First look at the Passion of the Christ sequel. He's back. Let's go.
is
What are your
Jesus
thoughts on
white or
that?
is he like Middle Eastern? I didn't even see it. Honestly, wait.
He's well, bro. It's Mel Gibson. What do you
Oh,
think?
okay. Well, there you
They
go.
didn't get Jim Caviezel back,
Didn't they
which
get that
was a
guy
little
from
surprising to me.
what is that movie? That Angel Studios movie that was like very popular.
Sound of Freedom.
Yeah, isn't it the guy from that is playing Jesus?
He played him. No, he played him in the original movie. That's Jim
Oh,
Caviezel.
that's what it was. Okay, okay.
So they
Um,
couldn't get him back.
I actually have never seen The Passion of Christ because I grew up reading the
It,
fucking
it's
book our whole lives. So
it's actually good.
no, I'm sure I hear like really good things about it. The one thing I'm really interested in this is that you know how he dies and goes to hell for 3 days.
Yeah,
I'm interested like
if they're gonna
how.
do that,
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
wonder.
think
I don't
it's
know.
2 parts as well, right?
Yeah, it is 2 parts. They're
Yeah,
both dropping next year.
very interesting.
Although remember that like that conservative sort of like Western that was supposed to have like 3 parts and it was gonna be this massive thing. They released part one and then just like never
Oh,
released the
but yeah,
second one.
I didn't think that was like conservative though. I thought it was just like it was a passion project, and that was why it was.
Why did they never release part two? It's
I
just
think it just never made enough money, and he
damn.
still was working on. I mean, it's like the Dawn Horizon shit, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't. It wasn't like a conservative thing. I think it was just like
I thought it
his.
was.
It was like his passion project. Like he
It,
self funded a lot of it.
damn.
But it had a premiere at a film festival, I believe, as well.
It was supposed to be like a big thing. I never ended up seeing it, but
But we have a. If you want to move on, I have the list too as well.
yeah, yeah, you could.
Um, Jason Clarke is being eyed to star in Heat 2. And correct me if I'm wrong, he was in the guy who played the interrogator in Oppenheimer. Right?
Yes, he's the
Yeah, I
one like the scene of
flips
the
out at
lights
him.
kind of
Yeah,
flashing and
he's
yeah,
great and everything. I think it's like this. He seems like he'll probably play some type of villain or something.
yeah. He's a good actor. I like him.
Yeah, so I like that. This isn't really news, but Sinners is going to be at Halloween Horror Nights, and I think that's really cool. I always love when they do the movie collabs and stuff.
Very cool. Very
Yeah,
cool. I
will I
gotta
be
ask though,
there?
what? Yeah,
Well,
what's your dream? What's your dream Halloween Horror Nights house?
I mean they've done it Evil Dead. I just have never been there for Evil
I
Dead.
have an answer. Well, Evil Dead was that in Orlando or no?
They've done a couple of them. They've done Evil Dead Rise, and they did like the Evil Dead from 2010. They've done as well. Actually, I
Well,
think they've done regular ones. Anyway, continue what you were saying.
yeah, one was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which they've done,
Yeah,
but they need to do a Hellraiser house. They
yeah,
have to. That
yeah,
would be
they
so
do.
cool.
Hellraiser's like I feel like Hellraiser could be such a cool franchise. Like I don't like I feel like there's an angle you can come at it with the Saw angle where like people that do things wrong and make people suffer and like the Deadites go after them or something like that. I
There's a
don't
lot
know.
of potential in that franchise. I mean,
Yeah,
it's one
yeah,
of overall probably like one of the worst franchises in
yeah,
horror with like some of those later entries. But those original three are great.
yeah. I actually had
And the remake is good too.
yeah, the remake. I actually had there was a couple of days ago I had a patient that had a giant pinhead tattoo on his forearm, and I like had a 30-minute conversation about the Hellraiser stuff. Yeah, like just I don't know. He's like a very iconic, like he's very distinguished. Because I feel like if you show people Pinhead, they know who he is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and they're great. Like I don't know. I love the like what was the line? Is like such a waste of suffering. Like I don't
It's
know. They're
like
fucking awesome, dude. And I read the book. You gave me the book. I read.
yeah, the book.
Yeah,
Book is good. It's called Hellbound Heart.
Hellbound Heart. Yeah, short too. It's like less than like 200 pages.
Yeah, but I think a Hellraiser house would be really cool. I also Terrifier was another like really cool one for me that I got to
Yeah,
see last year, which was a little bit overhyped. They were like, "Oh, the wet path." It's literally you walk
just
through like
water.
water falling on you at the end. But
When I went, I only went 1 year. I did The Exorcist house when they did like the Exorcist movie. That was actually really scary. That one. They did
I did that
that.
one as well.
Stranger Things we did. That one wasn't that bad.
Also, FNAF they did last year. That was a
Yeah,
cool one.
I wasn't there for
I did that.
FNAF. Chucky
Last year
was
was a
fun.
great year. Last year was a great
Yeah.
year for it.
It's gonna be tough
So
this year because I have so many fucking weddings this year.
yeah, it might be tough unless we get some pocket money from the
Yeah,
podcast.
I know. If people start supporting Flickpick, you could pay for me to go.
Yeah. Yep.
But what you call it? Yeah. I don't know, let me continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't
Sidetrack.
know what. So this next one, I didn't actually watch this trailer, but I know you want to talk about it. So
Yeah. So there's a documentary series coming out about the Michael Jackson trial, and it's very interesting timing because obviously the movie just came out. It looks, kind of interesting just about that whole angle, and it's like obviously never really addressed. And I will say there are moments in the movie where he has interactions with kids, but it's not played in that light. But obviously, knowing the historical context, you kind of view it like that.
yeah,
But I'm interested to see if this like pops off and it becomes very popular. Like, will there be some like reception to when the part two comes out? You know?
that's interesting, but I don't know because like
Yeah,
it's
this is
about his
also gonna
criminal trials, so it's gonna, I guess, mainly focus on like the legal
the
aspect of
evidence.
it, I
Yeah,
guess, and what is actually the actual evidence. Which, not to get into anything right now, but there's a reason why he wasn't found guilty. There wasn't enough evidence. So I don't think it would really put him in that bad of a light. But also like things like Leaving Neverland exist already. So it's not like this is some,
yeah,
oh,
that's
they're
fair.
revealing the truth now,
I
you
just think
know.
the timing is, I see. But
Yeah. Yeah, another movie that really needs to be made is Michael Bay is developing a movie about the US and Iran war. It's going to follow the story of two US pilots that were rescued after their planes were shot down during Operation Epic Fury in Iran.
it's war
So
propaganda.
I don't
That's
really
all
know
it is.
much about this. Like, what is he
Well,
talk? Are they talking about like the war,
yeah,
like
the war
now?
going on right now. Yeah,
Seriously,
yeah.
bro.
And
What is the
guess what?
turnaround on these fucking movies? The
When
war is still happening.
just a coincidence that what studios Michael Bay predominantly work with? Paramount.
Paramount. Yeah, I was thinking of who made Transformers. Yeah,
Yeah.
Paramount.
And so, they're all buddy buddy with this administration, so it's not the craziest thing to put out a propaganda piece while the war's going on.
Yeah. Yep.
This is all
That's
that is just a propaganda piece, 100%. Like, people talk about fucking, like, this is like like blatantly, whatever. I'm not gonna get into it, but it's just, yeah, very, yeah, whatever.
yeah.
But next bit of news, we finally got some green in our trailers with the Green Lantern, the new Lantern trailer. They actually have constructs. This is the best trailer, definitely. Still a little worried. It's just so fucking dark, dude. Not like tone, like color grading, bro. The Green Lanterns are supposed to be, it's like the colors of emotion, the emotional spectrum, like, and it just looks like a fucking random Midwestern. I don't know, like, when I think of lanterns, I think of like big cosmic adventure, and like it's just not sitting well with me that this is just a buddy cop thing. Granted, I haven't seen it yet, so if it's good, I'm not gonna care. But I don't know. I want more from the lanterns.
Yeah, I agree. I do like this trailer though. It's definitely much better than the first look that we got,
Yeah,
and it's good that we got the green finally.
yeah,
Hal Jordan's suit looks like shit.
so, yeah. It looks
Like
horrible.
I don't I don't think anyone's defending it.
No,
But what has been up with the fucking James Gunn's costume design lately? I don't know.
I don't. I think it's my theory is like I'm assuming that in Man of Tomorrow, because Aaron Pierre is going to be in it, he's going to get a new suit, and I'm
Yeah.
assuming that's going to be like a comic accurate one because there's no excuse for him not to in that. Like I'm assuming in this it's like, oh, they want to save that suit for the movie.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
Hal Jordan, there's no excuse for that one. I don't think he's making it out of the series, but that's just me.
Yeah, another thing they revealed about it is that it's going to take place in like two separate parts,
Yeah,
2016 and 2026, which I really like that. I like that idea because you can do the whole Jon Stewart getting trained, and that will be like in the past, and then in the
yeah.
future, he's kind of like
Oh,
the Lantern right
I
now.
didn't even think about that.
Because
Yeah.
that way, when Man of Tomorrow starts, he'll already be sort of
An
like established a
established Green
bit.
Lantern, yeah.
So that's what I think they'll do. That
Yeah.
makes me a little less upset about it.
Also,
Not that I was upset about it, but
Red
yeah, there was
Lanterns
some red. I don't know if that was a construct or what that
look
was.
like it.
We
Well, yeah,
apparently see Sinestro from behind.
we
We
do.
see a
Yeah,
back shot of Sinestro.
with somebody with red skin, so we're just assuming that it's him.
Well, I don't even think he had red skin. It just looked like a
Nah,
normal
you
guy.
can tell in the picture, like, if you look at the screenshot, like, it's not a normal looking skin tone.
Really? Yeah, I didn't
Hmm
notice that.
The Red Lantern, though, you know what that means?
Red
Dexstar.
Dexstar, that means Dexstar, that means Atrocitus. Red
Yeah.
Lantern Supergirl, that's like the type of thing James
Oh
Gunn would like
yeah.
to do. That would be
They're
cool.
gonna. I feel like hopefully they get to like a Blackest Night storyline.
Yeah, that would be sick. I think they
Yeah.
should build towards that.
No,
That's
I
like
don't
a
think they're gonna do that
very
first though.
that's a very like nerdy comic booky
Yeah.
storyline,
They gotta
which
go. That's like 10 years down the line. Like a lot of characters have to die first for them to
yeah,
do that.
yeah. And it would be a
But
good
yeah,
way to kind of make a big event movie where people die and then also be able to bring them back.
it's like
Yeah.
a cheat.
So,
Yeah, like
yeah,
the
yeah. He loves
you
that
know.
though. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Salvation Run as the first big
Yeah, like
arc.
I mean, at least it's Brainiac. I'll give him that. I mean, no one's ever brought Brainiac in live action in the movie, so I'll give him his
Yeah.
flowers on that.
Yep.
But yeah, let me get to the next thing. Sorry.
Yeah, you mentioned this earlier, but Curry Barker, his next movie, it's already filmed and it's called
Yeah.
Anything But Ghosts. So it follows two con artists whose fake ghost hunting business spirals out of control after encountering a real dark entity. And although Obsession was relatively lesser known actors, this movie's going to star Aaron Paul, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Violet McGraw, who obviously like we know Aaron Paul and Bryce
Yeah.
Dallas Howard.
He's
Violet
also
McGraw is I think the girl from like Megan, I believe.
really like the main
Yeah,
girl.
the main girl. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Um,
they're in it, but I think him and his buddy are the main characters,
yeah, I was
right?
gonna say I know he's acting in it.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm interested. Also, I was gonna say this concept of as a movie has been done before, though.
Has it?
Yeah, there's a Korean horror movie, I believe, that's these people are like fake ghost investors and they go to like an abandoned hospital and they encounter a ghost. Like this is, I'm assuming it's like different. Like it's the same concept, but like I'm assuming this is gonna be done a little differently.
Yeah.
But I have
Yeah.
seen a movie with this concept before.
But I'm excited for this because it's sort of like true horror comedy where
Yeah.
Obsession, there was comedic aspects to it, but this
This he
is
said
going to
is
be
more
played,
dark. I mean, more comedy though, right? He said.
yeah, which again is like we discussed, comedic actor, so it's going a little bit back to his roots,
Is it
you
gonna
know?
be him and his friend that he always does YouTube shit with?
Yeah,
Honestly, like
those,
I think I could see that because they are YouTubers. Like it's kind of they're
yeah,
playing themselves in a sense. Also, just I feel like he has a very like memorable face.
yeah, he has a very funny face.
Yeah, yeah.
He looks like a gecko.
But yeah. So that's our
It seems like us talking about anything but ghosts is cursed, so let's just move on.
yeah. Let's move on.
You want
Um,
to read the
but-
synopsis for our last movie?
yeah, yeah. You want to do the list first or no?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the list actually.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So
Yeah, wait, I'll introduce the list since it was my idea. Let me pull up my letterbox first just to get settled. So, with Obsession releasing this year, I thought it would be fun to do a kind of like top 10 horror films of the decade so far. And I saw a couple other people doing this on TikTok as well, so credit to them. But Joe and I will sort of go back, or maybe we won't go back and forth. Maybe we'll just say our top 10 and then
yeah, you want to
you
do
guys
the
can let
first
us.
five?
No, let's
5 and
just
5?
go straight. Let's just go
Okay.
straight because I want to combine these into one
Okay.
clip. So let me pull up mine first, and
Okay. I feel like our lists are gonna be very different.
yeah, once I pull mine up, then you could go.
Okay. Can I give my honorable mentions? I had 2 honorable mentions. Terrifier 3 and Evil Dead Rise. I think Terrifier 3, just for the fact of it kind of not I wouldn't say it broke barriers, but like it definitely did something that's pretty taboo in a lot of horror stuff, and I respect it for that. So I think it deserves a little credit. I'm sure
Yeah.
that's on your list somewhere. No, really?
I don't want to spoil it,
Okay.
but
And I'm surprised because you're a big Evil Dead guy. I mean, not Evil Dead, Terrifier person. All right. Can I start going?
yeah, just don't like speak too much about them. You could just
No, I'm not. I know. So,
okay.
all right. So we'll start from number 10. I had Weapons. Pretty.
Wow.
I'm just gonna read through it actually. What?
Yeah. No. I'm surprised it's
All right.
that low, but yeah, just read through.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. 9. I had Talk to Me. 8. I had First Omen. 7. I had It Follows. 6. I had Train to Busan. 5. I had Hereditary. 4. I had Obsession. 3 was Get Out. 2 was Raw, and 1 was The Substance.
Wow. Very different list than me,
Yeah, I was gonna say
but it's solid.
when I started looking through, because also obviously horror, but I like can't take into account how much I enjoy these movies as well. There's a lot, yeah, it's a lot more I didn't realize Train to Busan came out so recently. I don't know why I thought that was like it came out in 2017. I thought that was like
I've
an
never
older
seen it.
movie.
Yeah, I've
It's
never seen
great.
it.
It's really good.
I gotta catch that. Yeah, no,
It's like
that's
just
a good
it's like
list.
yeah, the substance just it's just
Surprised Weapons is all the way at 10 for you.
I love weapons, but I don't know. It's kind of like not that I don't what's the word? Because I rewatched it not too long ago, maybe like 2 months ago with my girlfriend, and I liked it, but I wasn't like as high on it as I was. Maybe because of the second viewing, I know everything. Not
Yeah,
that it's a
may
one
and
trick
also like
pony, but
not in a theater either.
yeah, that's true. It's true. That's fair.
So
But
all right,
yeah, I
well
still really liked it.
that's a good list, but I think mine's better. So
Okay.
I'll read through it.
Yeah.
So number 10, I had Long Legs. Number 9, I
Ooh,
had X. 8th, I had The First Omen. 7th, I had Sinners from last year. Maybe a little low, but
it's not really horror though.
it is. What do you mean? It's vampires.
That's scary. Like I don't like I have to be a little like I don't know. Like
I
X,
understand what you're
I
saying.
love
I
X,
understand
but
what you're
like
saying.
X, I was never scared. Like Pearl, I love, but like I didn't put Pearl because like it's not really
Yeah.
scary to me.
6th, I had The Substance. At number 5, I had Titan or Titan,
Uh-huh.
however you pronounce it, directed by
Yeah,
Julie DeCorno. In 4th, I had Obsession, which
so we
just
had two in
released.
common. Yeah,
And in 3rd, I had Weapons. 2nd, I had Robert Eggers' Nosferatu from 2 years ago. And the best horror film of the decade is Raw, directed by Julia DeCorno. And I know that was on your list as well, but
I had two.
you had that too, yeah.
Yeah,
So, you know how much I love that movie.
yeah, always
And
go to dude.
it's underseen, it's underappreciated.
It is. I
But
still have to see
that's my
Alpha.
list. There has been a lot of great horror though in the past 10 years, and I'm surprised that Obsession is this high for me. It's fourth. You know,
Yeah, because like
well,
I think about the movies that I don't know. When's the last time a horror movie made you this not thought pro, but have a lot to talk about it this much?
yeah, it's true. Weapons.
Yeah,
Weapons was a good episode.
but
Cass was on that
yeah,
one. You
yeah,
see
I
him.
remember.
Look,
But
Joe.
oh, it actually yes, grinded
She's playing
Procopia.
Pocopia. We just
That's
saw
the
your
Grogu.
ears. Yeah. We should have wore those for this episode.
Yeah, no, that's
I
all right.
forgot, but I
You want
wanted
to
to
do it
wear
for the
my Knicks
thumbnail?
gear.
You want to do it for the
Yeah, we'll
thumbnail?
do it for the thumbnail at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
You have yours near you?
Yeah, it's on. I have it like around my like the top of the PlayStation.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll do it
Actually,
later.
wait, I could
But
probably show you. Wait,
oh yeah, I see him. Yeah. Joe background reveal.
Joe back, yeah, back. I feel like yeah. It's funny that we both had First Omen 8 and then Obsession at 4.
I know. It just
Yeah,
worked out like that.
yeah.
But I've seen a couple other people's lists on TikTok and stuff,
Hmm.
and it's just like kind of drastically different things for everyone. A lot of people had Obsession at number 1, and like Sinners up
It's
there as
too
well.
early. I mean, like we could look back in like a year, and Obsession could very likely be one, but it's too early. It just came out. Like it's got to set a little bit, and
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. But
yeah.
all right, why don't we get into this last movie, wrap things up, and I honestly have a good rec later, so I'm excited for
Okay,
that.
I'm
But
excited. All right,
why don't you read the
so
synopsis?
I recommended. Hold on, let me just pull up Letterboxd. Star Wars: A New Hope, Episode 4. Which is funny because today's actually the 49th anniversary of the release of the movie, which is kind of funny. Sorry, Letterboxd is now does security checks for some reason. A long time ago in a galaxy far away, Princess Leia is captured and held hostage by the evil Imperial forces in their effort to take over the Galactic Empire. Venturesome Luke Skywalker and dashing Captain Han Solo team together with their lovable robot duo of R2-D2 and C-3PO to rescue the beautiful princess and restore peace and justice to the Empire. This movie is so fucking good, man. Like,
Yeah, it's amazing.
how far we have fallen from grace, man. Jesus Christ. Just like I don't know, but it's so beautifully shot. Like, the music is so fucking, bro. That was like, honestly, the music is so good in this. I forgot how good the
It
music
is.
is. It's
It's amazing.
amazing. Oh my God. I mean, like, the characters are so lovable. Like, they're enjoyable. Like, you watch these characters progress. Like, they don't just, nothing happens with them the entire movie. Vader is like such an intimidating villain. Watching it this time, I definitely pick up more on like a lot of the like political shit, like the council and the governor or whatever
Hmm.
and all that stuff. Because I feel like when you're a kid, you don't really pay attention to any of that stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a very
but
political movie.
yeah, it's very, very political. I believe, didn't he say he was inspired by the Vietnam War?
Yeah,
Is a big influence on
he's
this?
mentioned like influences for the empire as being obviously like Nazi Germany is one, but also the
The
U.S. during
US,
the Vietnam War,
Vietnam
which
War, yeah.
honestly, I don't really. It's probably bad, but I don't really know the history there. Maybe
Yeah,
I don't know if
we
you
were
do, Joe.
definitely the villains, 100%. We had no reason to be there. But, but yeah, we'll talk about that on a different those of you who don't know, I've been to Vietnam, and I went to like, museum, and I did this tour of the tunnel, so I learned a lot. But anyway, yeah, so it's obviously very political and just I don't know, like, I haven't seen Mark Hamill, like, he's really young, and he's, like, fucking he's
Yeah,
gotta be what, like, 20s?
he's probably like 22 or something. He's
Yeah,
very
like,
young.
and he's, like, so like, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, kinda, like, golden retriever type of,
Yep.
I don't know why for the one that I watched, it had that, like that, like, re-release they did, and it's, like, the shitty CGI in it?
Yeah, me too.
I
Me
had
too. And
that,
that
yeah,
that
yeah,
was something that I brought up because Cass was watching it with me a little bit. It's like so insane that they did that. Why the
yeah.
fuck did they do
Why?
that?
I don't know why. I hope
Like
it's 'cause
he went back in the early 2000s and just added random CGI shit for no reason.
yeah.
Like
So, like,
why?
Like, that scene with Jabba, there's, like, an actual practical Jabba on set when they do that, like, when they did that scene, you know what I mean?
In
Like
1977 when the movie came
yeah.
out, Jabba was not a slug creature. It was a man.
Okay,
It was just a
okay,
man. And then they ended
okay,
up adding it in after. Because
okay.
Jabba, obviously, he appears in the original trilogy, but they didn't know he was going to look like that until after.
Yeah, okay.
So they went back and that, like, I kind of understand, but the scene where Han is like walking around Jabba, they had to CGI him. Cause like there's a scene where imagine there's a man sitting there, Han's talking to him and he like circles him. But when you make him Jabba, he can't just circle him because Jabba has a giant tail. So
Yeah.
they CGI'd him stepping on the tail. So as he goes behind him, it just like the
Oh, and
PNG
yeah, I
of his
remember that
character
because
like goes up and down.
he makes, like, a noise.
Yeah, yeah. That looked horrible. But I was gonna say,
Yeah,
aside from all that, like cinematography is amazing.
great,
That
yeah. The
one
shots
scene
on
of Luke looking out into the two suns in
with the
Tatooine
music
with the
swelling, oh
music
my
is
god,
better
bro.
than like any single
Anything
second of anything in
yeah. I
Mandalorian and
was like
Grogu.
I was watching that and I was like, "Damn, bro, they went fucking hard back then, like, this is like an actual movie."
I know. It
That
it
was that
that's the thing about it. Like, yeah, it's nerdy, it's sci-fi, it's all this like random bullshit, lightsabers, the Force, but it is a very good actual movie. It's beautiful. It's very well made. It has great cinematography. Like you
yeah.
mentioned, the music, you know. But yeah, it's crazy how far we've come. They didn't think about selling toys back then.
No,
That's
they did
another thing.
not. They didn't even think this was gonna be, like, a big thing. I remember
Yeah, they
watching interviews, like, Mark Hamill, he said with this script, he was, like, telling everybody, like, "Oh, I'm in this movie Star Wars, and, like, there's this guy, Darth Vader," and they said when the second one came out, like, he wasn't allowed to say, like, anything because it was so popular.
yeah. Also, I don't know if you
Oh,
knew this, but when 20th Century Fox, they actually like distributed the movie back in the day before
mhm.
Disney eventually bought Star
Disney
Wars.
owned yeah.
So they had so little faith in the movie that they let George Lucas keep the merchandising rights in exchange for a lower salary, which ended up
Oh
making him
my
like
god, bro.
$30 billion over his
Holy
lifetime.
shit. That's it. Can you imagine how different Fox is if they would have kept the rights to those toys?
I
They
know.
probably don't sell. They probably don't even sell their company.
Yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, what else did I wanna say about
Yeah, all
this?
the characters are likable, even from like C3PO and R2D2.
Yeah.
They're so
Like, their
fun.
banter is
Their
really
banter's
fun.
great. Yeah.
The set design is, like, incredible, dude. Like, I don't know why. It's the sets now don't feel like that. I guess maybe because we grew up watching the CGI shit with the prequels. Like, seeing an actual set in the Star Wars stuff is, like, it's, like, refreshing. I mean, I know the sequel
Yeah.
trilogy did it as well, but I don't know.
It is sort of that typical 70s sci-fi spaceship look. Like a lot
Yeah,
of,
like,
like when you're in the or the fucking what is that thing called?
Alien?
No,
An
no, like
Alien?
what is that ship called? Not the Death Star, like the other one. Star Destroyer.
Oh, Star Destroyer, yeah.
When you're in there, just like how everything looks, it's and in the Death Star as well.
Yeah,
But yeah, it just looks really cool. It's like that typical 70s sci-fi. But they don't do like practical
yeah.
shit like that anymore.
I also loved Carrie Fisher. She was great.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher's great. She's a
Yeah, she's
perfect
awesome.
example of doing just like a confident like female protagonist that's not like
Yeah,
a Mary Sue like
Sue,
Ray
no.
who could just
Like,
do anything.
she's like, can defend herself in her own right in certain
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I really enjoy, and honestly, for the '70s, I was like, "This is pretty," like, I don't know, like, I feel like if a character acted like that today, people would say some things,
Yeah. I mean, it's a
you
little
know?
it's definitely, like, a little bit progressive there, I would say.
Also, I didn't know George Lucas directed it. I always thought it was somebody else.
He directed this one, and then he didn't direct any of the other ones, and then he came
Okay,
back to do the
to do the
prequels.
prequel.
Yeah.
I remember reading something, and it kinda stuck with me because obviously Dave Filoni is, like, George Lucas's protege, and it says Filoni has all of Lucas's defaults, but worse. And I think a perfect example is, like, him going back and adding Jabba. That's something
Yeah.
that, like, why the fuck would you do that? You don't need to do that. But the difference is
He
George Lucas actually knows how to make a good movie,
yeah.
but
He
Dave Filoni
became, like,
doesn't.
obsessed with VFX when they
When
started
they
to
yeah, did
start
the
to get, like,
prequels.
more,
The prequels are
he
just
did the
straight
prequels.
VFX, except for, like, that Lake Como shot they did.
Yeah. Have you seen this in a while or no?
I haven't seen this in a long time.
Yeah. Bro,
I
I'm
forgot
telling you,
how
like,
goated they are,
the
yeah.
people that say the prequels are better or, like, Revenge of the Sith is better, bro, it's not even close. It's
This
genuinely not even
blows all the
close.
prequels out of the water. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You guys are, like, disagree with us in the comments. I know we'll probably get flamed for that, like, this is just such a better movie. It's not even close, dude.
All 3 of of the original trilogy is better than any one of the prequels, including Revenge of the
Yeah,
Sith. Like,
yeah.
Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, and Return of the
Well,
Jedi, all of them are better than Revenge of the Sith, and it's honestly
yeah.
not even close. Like, but
And people
it's
argue, like,
yeah,
this is the worst one out of the 3.
I know. Well, people say the 3rd is the worst, but I like all of them. I love
Yeah.
them. There's like a I don't
Charm.
wanna say yeah, it's like a charm to it. I was gonna say like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
magic, but
No, it's, like,
there
very endearing. I don't know how to explain it. It's, like,
yeah, it's
captures a
very
charm that not a lot of sci-fi movies are able to do today.
yeah, it's very charming. All the characters are likable. It's a fun story. There's just like something there's something about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's so successful, you know?
Well, and one thing that's exciting is they announced that they remastered it in IMAX, and it's gonna release next year for the 50th anniversary. You know
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
it's really
fucking see
cool.
that.
I was
I
gonna
hope that
say
you think
also,
the well,
I watched it on Disney Plus and it was like a 4K restoration. It looked amazing.
yeah, it
It
looked
looks
really good.
super crisp. It looks
Yeah,
very good.
yeah. Yeah, I have to watch the other 2. Honestly, I know I said Rogue One is my favorite, but I feel like after rewatching these, I might like these better.
Yeah. I mean, Empire Strikes Back is by far my favorite. That's like a
Yeah,
5-star movie for me. But yeah, this is like it's setting up a world where it kind of takes until the next movie to sort of flesh out more, like focus more
yeah.
on these characters and not sort of setting up what's happening, you know?
'Cause I, like, forget that, like, they don't know, like, Luke and Leia are sisters, like, they don't know that
Yeah.
Darth Vader's their father, like, there's a lot of shit that I forget that, you don't
Yeah,
know as the audience.
yeah, exactly. And knowing that now, you sort of discount the like world building and sort of groundwork that they lay to
Yeah,
eventually make that reveal. Like for example, Ben Kenobi when he's explaining to Luke, oh, Darth Vader killed your father,
father.
like all this stuff. It's not actually true. Imagine watching this when it
I mean,
came out and and
if
having
you wanna
that
get
reveal.
if you wanna get technical, like, it is technically that's true. He's not
Yeah,
wrong when he says, like, Darth
like
but, like, if
Anakin is actually dead.
yeah,
It's Darth Vader, you know. Yeah, imagine that's got to be one of the greatest plot twists of all time.
yeah,
Like we
yeah.
discount it, but that's not even really this movie. But that's just like Star Wars in
Luke,
general.
I am your father." That's, like, the most one of the most iconic lines, like, ever uttered in film.
I know.
Did you
I
ever
know.
see that thing that apparently J.J. Abrams wanted to do something with the severed arm of Luke? It was gonna have to do like, his hand was gonna be a plot device in one of the sequel movies or
I
something,
think I did see that. Yeah.
but
I forget what it was, but yeah, I
yeah,
did see
I don't
that.
know what exactly it was, but yeah, do you have a favorite scene? I feel like it's for me, it's pretty obvious.
You go first. What did you like?
The double sun on Tatooine.
Yeah, it is a great
It's
scene.
just, those all those films, all those scenes of the huts were filmed in Tunisia, in Africa.
Really? So
Yes.
those were those built? Or like
Let me look
I'm
that up.
assuming so. I don't know if they live in little huts like that. I didn't know this, but it actually won 6 Oscars.
Did it really? For what? Visual effects and stuff like that?
Film editing, original score, among others. Lost Best Picture to Annie Hall. It's kind
Imagine
of
Star
crazy.
Wars won Best Picture. That's actually crazy.
Yeah. American Film Institute ranks it number 15 on its list of the greatest American films ever made.
I mean, it's definitely true. Wait, what was I looking up? I'm sorry, something with Star Wars.
The Tunisia thing?
Oh, yeah. Tunisia is a real-world location and served for the primary filming site for the planet Tatooine in the Star Wars franchise. Yeah, Mos Espa, Lara's homestead, Obi-Wan Kenobi's hut, slave quarters, Java Canyon. Because the sites are spread out over 500 kilometers of desert geography in southern Tunisia, they're best explored. Yeah, so they have like tour groups that go because they just left all the sets.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
actually
Yeah.
sick. Yeah,
That would be really cool to see.
yeah. I'm
But yeah,
assuming. Yeah, I think
this
they
is
built them.
it's a movie that is very it inspired a lot to come after it. Well, it firstly there it is.
Sorry if I'm.
That's actually that's really cool.
Wait, look at this.
What?
Like, do you know that
Wow.
little like when
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
meant? Yeah,
That's cool that they just left it.
yeah,
We'll have to visit that.
yeah. I want to, but
Yeah. Now I was
yeah,
gonna say it's a movie that inspired a lot to come after it. Like when you're looking at sci-fi, you know, obviously Dune was first, the book, it inspired this
yeah.
movie. But any type
Inspired.
of like sci-fi fantasy takes inspiration from Star Wars. How can you not?
Yeah,
And it's kind of funny that we reviewed Spaceballs last week as well,
yeah,
because seeing a lot of like what it was making fun of again is kind of funny.
yeah.
Darth helmet, and
Schwartz.
yeah, I always found it funny how like how much was changed after the fact with this movie and the original trilogy in general.
Yeah,
It originally was just called Star Wars, and then
yeah. I was.
it re-released in
Continue.
1981, and then it got the subtitle A New Hope, and then it got
When was?
Episode 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say when was the episode 4 added? Not till
It
I'm
was
assuming
at the
not.
same time in
Okay.
1981.
Oh
So
wow. So they knew back then that they wanted to. Okay.
it was a massive success, the first one, yeah. So it was on an $11 million budget, and the
Yeah, that's
final
insane.
worldwide gross was over 775 million. Adjusted for inflation, it's the highest grossing domestic film of all time still.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. It's nuts.
On an
But
11 million budget, that's insane. Even back then, what is that now? Like
I don't
less than
know.
100, I'm assuming. Right?
Probably, yeah. It's probably not
Yeah.
like as much as Mando cost.
Yeah, definitely not. But you want to get to ratings? Well, favorite character actually.
With Luke, I
Yeah,
feel like it's
Luke.
I don't know. I do like
Luke.
Obi-Wan though.
Yeah, I like Leia a lot too. Han's cool, but Luke,
Chewie.
I feel like he gets more interesting as the story develops more.
Yeah. I
You
think so.
know,
I mean, they do kind of fumble his character eventually, but
yeah. But
that's a
yeah,
story for another day.
for ratings, you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
So I gave it a 4.5, 9 out of 10. This was just worked on so many levels for me. It hit the nostalgia notes, and I forgot Star Wars can be really good. Like Star Wars can be, you can have a fun Star Wars movie and also be a good movie as well. And I feel like as fans, like we shouldn't like the shit that they're putting out now, like we should not take that as like, like look at what we could have. I don't know.
Yeah, I totally agree with that sentiment. And I also gave it a 4.5 stars, 9 out of 10. It's just, it hits that perfect level of charm for me that I could just watch this movie and just kind of smile at what I'm looking
Yeah.
at, you know? It's just very
Yeah.
endearing, like you said. There's just something about it. It's hard to describe. But again, also on the technical levels, there is that cinematography, there is that music. Even the sound design was really cool. Like the sound of
Yeah.
the lightsaber is iconic.
The
Things like that.
guns. Yeah.
The
There's
gun,
so many
like yeah,
sounds in Star Wars. Yeah.
just all that technical stuff is great. The characters are great. The story is very interesting, and it gets better as the movies go on.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was cool to check it out again. I really enjoyed watching it again. So
I'm definitely going to see the IMAX re release.
yeah, I'll go see that as well.
Yeah.
See
Do
if
you
they
think
got it
they'll
at
have it
Lincoln.
in? Yeah, I was going to say they have it on Lincoln.
Probably. I think they would.
Yeah. But yeah, I was
But
really
all right,
happy actually that we watched this because I
yeah,
haven't watched
so
this
was
in a
I.
minute.
But now I'm
Yeah.
gonna recommend the movie for next episode, which I think
Yeah.
you're
What
gonna
is it?
really like.
Have I
So
seen it?
yeah, you've seen it. So
Okay.
on our next episode, I want to discuss the 1999 film The Mummy,
Wait,
directed
did
by
we talk
Steven
about that?
Sommers. We didn't. I checked.
Okay, but
Not
I
Lee
love The Mummy.
Cronin's.
No, I know. Yeah.
Not Lee
That's a great
Cronin's.
movie. Great movie. Me and Matt,
Yeah,
I
it'll
don't
be
know if
fun.
like me and Matt like grew up watching those movies. Like we loved The Mummy growing up, you know? So
Yeah,
that'll be
we
really
did.
exciting.
That was one that we used to watch with Dad a lot. Like those
Yeah.
movies. Brendan Fraser, goat of our childhood.
Oh, yeah.
And again, they're making a new one. New one's coming out
Yeah.
next year, so it'll be cool to check
To
this one out. It
revisit
might
that.
inspire me to watch the rest before the
And
new
then
one
we
comes
got,
out.
Backrooms and Master of the Universe slash, Scary Movie.
We're gonna have a big
A
episode.
big episode, yeah.
Then
So,
after that, my first pick in the fantasy movie draft, Toy Story
Mhm.
5. That's gonna be the episode after, but I'm hyped for that.
Yeah. But, yeah. I don't you wanna talk about the flick pick a little bit before we go?
Yeah, I could. I mean, so for those of you who are unaware or just, I've posted about it a little bit on the Instagram and stuff, but I'm in the midst of launching my website called FlickPicked, which is fantasy sports for movies. Oh, hey, Nami. There she is. So yeah, how it works is before the year starts, you draft movies that are releasing, and you're in a league with your friends. So whatever. It works as a normal draft, just like fantasy sports, and you pick movies that you think are going to perform well at the box office. You get points based on how much money they make. However, the catch is, however much money they make, the points that you get from it is multiplied by its Rotten Tomato critic score. For example, if your movie makes $1 billion but gets a 50%, you get $500 million worth of box office to go towards your score. So you can't just pick slop.
Yeah. You gotta
For
pick,
example,
like
I just talked about it and I made a little video to post about it, but my mic wasn't on, so it sounded horrible. But Super Mario Galaxy, my girlfriend picked. She's back there with the Yoda. That movie is making close to $1 billion, but it had like a 40% Rotten Tomatoes.
yeah.
So she only got like 400 million worth of box office. Joe picked Project Hail Mary in like the 4th round or something, but since it has like a
No.
94%, he's getting like 500 million. He has like 50 more points than Super Mario Galaxy. So you really gotta
Yeah.
study and you gotta like lock in and finesse your picks. You can't just be like, oh,
I
I'm picking the Minions, I'm picking
yeah.
Avengers, I'm picking, you know. So it's
Why did
fun. We've
you
had
why
a
did
lot of
you
fun with
pick
it.
out why were those 2 movies the 2 movies I had?
The Minions and Avengers. Yeah, because you had no thought process going. You got lucky with Project Hail
No,
Mary.
I read the book Project Hail Mary, and I was like, "I know it's gonna be a good movie," so I picked it.
Yeah, all right, sure. I picked Toy Story because I could have picked other stuff, but I knew every single other Toy Story has over 90% Rotten Tomatoes, so I knew that was gonna
Yeah.
bang. And also, I have a daily blind rank game that I recently got going. So flickpick.com/ranker. You blind rank movies based on their adjusted box office, which is what the movies are scored by in the league. So that's been a lot of fun. I've been posting about that. There's also an easy mode because the normal one is actually really hard.
Yeah.
So there's one where you could see all 5 movies in advance. But I would say like probably by the end of the month, the open beta should be live, and hopefully people enjoy it. And
Yeah.
it's been really fun for us. That's kind of like why
Yeah.
I decided
Awesome.
to go ahead and make it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's really it. We could wrap up the episode. Thanks everyone for listening
Sorry
/
about the
watching.
technical difficulties.
Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'll edit them out. And yeah, that's it. We appreciate you guys. We're at like
Yeah.
2,500 followers on TikTok, a little over 5,000 on Instagram. So it's been really,
Yeah,
I don't
nice.
know. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's
been a nice
nice.
humbling experience to get some love on
Yeah.
our little
Yeah.
clips and things. So we
So,
appreciate the fans
yes, thank you guys.
and the haters. We appreciate
Oh,
you
yeah.
as
We
well.
love the haters too. Honestly, yeah, we like the hate, honestly.
Yeah,
We
it's
can just
really
bring
funny.
yeah, honestly, it does. What was the one that the guy put, like
What?
it was like, "No IQ detected," and
Oh
it's like the
yeah.
picture of the bro
It was like I posted the Bane and Deathstroke movie, and I was like,
Yeah.
"This is not gonna work because no villain movies work." And someone put a GIF that was like 0 IQ detected, and it was like a picture of a crow, stuff like
Well,
that.
maybe they
People
were
are,
talking about Gun on that,
I don't know, I don't know,
but
but it was
that was
probably
funny.
about. No, I think it was about you actually. I don't think it was about me.
What did I even say? That it was
I don't know.
stupid? Probably. I know I get a lot of hate.
It definitely wasn't about me. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But all right. Anyways, let's actually wrap it up. So follow us on our social media, subscribe on YouTube, give us a like, give us a comment, and we'll
Yes.
see you in 2 weeks.
See ya. Peace.